Chapter, yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Second chapter, 14th shloka. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. O kaunteya. It is just matra sparshastu. There are tan matras. There are 5 tan matras. There are 5 senses. 5 senses, 5 sense objects. I mean, there are many sense objects. These 5 senses interacts with the unlimited sense objects through 5 sense tan matras. That is the meaning of matra.
Sense organs.
Not sense organs. I will tell you. I will tell. Senses are there. Sense organs are there. 5. What are the 5 sense organs? 5 sense organs? Yes.
Ear, tongue.
Yeah. Ears, eyes, nose, tongue, skin, right? These are the 5 sense organs. Senses, in other way. In other way, these 5 senses are called body. This whole body is made up of 5 senses. Sensual platform or bodily platform. 5 senses. These 5 senses, they interact with the tan matras. They want tan matras. And that's why they want tan matras. I will explain what is this tan matras. Tan matras are Rupa, Gandha, Shabda, Ruchi, Sparsha, Rupa, Gandha, Rupa,
Rasa, sparsha.
yeah, Sparsha. Okay. Rupa, Gandha, Rupa,
Rupa,
Gandha,
rasa,
Ruchi, Shabda, yeah, Sparsha. So these are the tan matras. It wants the sense objects, senses, they want tan matras. So for senses are desiring, his body is demanding. So what it does? Sparsha. It comes into interaction with the sense objects. Now if you see, there are so many rupas in this world. I'm not just speaking about rupa banyans. Rupa banyans dryers. No, I'm not speaking about that. Rupa is a form. There are so many forms in this world. Actually, it is said this world is known as the world of names and forms. World of names and forms. You see everywhere, just if you just close your eyes and just see once, all of you close your eyes, just imagine once. This world, everywhere, it is just names and forms. Wherever you walk, wherever you see, there are some names, there are some forms. Just imagine, just not, no need to imagine, just when you open your eyes, after closing for some time, when you open your eyes and see, there are so many forms. There are plants, there is a form. Buildings, there are names. When you walk on the streets, there are so many names. Shop names. Yes. Buses, names. Which bus it is, where it is going, bus names. Everywhere it is names and forms. So our senses wants our senses wants tanmatras, rupa, gandha, shabda, sparsha, ruchi. It wants these 5 tanmatras. So that's what matra sparshastu kaunteya. O kaunteya, in desiring to get these tanmatras, these senses are getting into Sita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha. All these are coming up. When you close your eyes, there is no form, right? You don't have any forms in front of your eyes. So you may come above these forms. there is everything is a blank in the mind, in front of in the eyes, right? But because we had habituated with this mind to see the forms, that's why some forms comes in the closed eyes also. In the dreams also there are some forms comes, some names comes. Yes, even when you close our eyes, even when we close our ears, we will able to hear something, because our mind is so much habituated for it. Our senses are so much habituated for it. So this is called sense perception. Our senses, they want this matras. That's why they want sense objects. They interact with sense objects. If you see in this winter, when we touch iron part, we feel cold. We need a sparsha. The senses, the skin needs a sparsha. So when we touch the cold objects, we feel cold. Similarly, when we touch fire, we feel heat. Yes, Shita Ushna. Shita Ushna. So this is a completely bodily platform. This is a sensual platform. Sita and Ushna, it's a completely bodily platform. Bad smell, good smell. Oh, bad smell is very bad. So again, it is a sensual platform. Oh, it's a good smell. Just like a Sita and Ushna, there is a bad smell and good smell. Similarly, good sound and bad sound. Oh, it's nice to hear. Oh, it's not noisy to hear. I don't want to hear it. It's a good form. It is not good form. Means she's looking beautiful. Oh, she's looking ugly. He's looking handsome. He's not so handsome. He's white, he's black. So like that, forms. Senses wants interaction. That's why it get into interaction with the sense objects. That is called sense perception. That's where this Sita Ushna comes up. Bad smell, good smell comes up. Shita Ushna is in terms of skin. Yes, Shita and Ushna is in terms of skin. Similarly, for the nose, there is a bad smell, good smell. For the ear, there is a bad smell, a bad voice, good sound, bad sound, like that. Now, if you go one step ahead, if you go more deeper than sensual platform, then there is a Sukha Dukkha. This is concerned to the mind. Understand very carefully. So, from sensual platform, we should go one step ahead, one step more deeper, that is mind. Sukha Dukkha. Even Sukha Dukkha also comes because of sense perception only. You see, we want to see good forms, nice forms with these eyes. When we see nice form, beautiful form, then we feel happy, Sukha. When we don't see nice forms, ugly forms, then we don't feel happy, we feel Dukkha. So our skin wants some warm now. In the winter, we want something warm. When we touch something warm, touching so smooth and nice, then we like it, Sukha. When we touch some rough surfaces or not so, too much cold, too much hot, then our skin, we become Dukkha. Try to understand. Even the Sukha, Dukkha of the mind depends on sense perception. What kind of sense objects senses are interacting with. So sense perception is very much demanding. Our senses, our body always wants to hear something, see something, taste something, smell something, touch something. Always. Based on that only, we get Sita and Ushna. Based on that only, we get Sukha and Dukkha. So this is a science. This is a science. So that's why when we should rise above this sensual platform, sensual perception. When we rise above this sensual perception, then we can understand, okay, this sukha and dukkha is just coming because of interaction between senses and sense objects. That's it. If you see, there is no form in front of you. There is, for example, there is no, your dear friend is not there in front of you. Thoughts about him will not come. When he is there in front of you, thoughts will come. But if you are too much attached, habituated with him, then even in his absence, thoughts will come. Yes? So for some time, senses interact with sense objects. But that impressions, that sukha, dukkha, that sita and ushna, it carries forward to mind, mental platform. Even in the absence of sense objects, sukha and dukkha comes. You see, people, they have some crush relationships. So up to the time they studied together in the college, whenever they see each other, their memories comes back into the memory. Oh, yes, yes. So they love each other, they stay together, they eat together, So like that they do. Senses, they slowly and gradually, senses, they get habituated to the voice, sound of the girl or boy, their forms, their body, their objects, their chappal, their dress, etc., etc. In relationships, they get habituated. When suddenly there is a breakup, or when the loved ones goes far away, still those thoughts comes in the mind. Why? Because senses got habituated with it. Because that got carried forward to the mind, mental platform. Even in the absence of a girl or boy, so and so, crush relationship, the boy or girl, whatever, the mind, it contemplates and it experiences the sukha and dukkha. So basic platform, it is all about sensual perception, what we are experiencing. That decides sukha and dukkha on the mind, mental platform. It's all about sensual perception. What kind of senses, what kind of sense objects we are interacting with on daily basis. So that's why what goes in, that's what comes out. What we hear constantly, that's what goes to the mind. Script goes. That's what we speak. If you hear good music, then we will have a good mood. If you hear bad music, we will maintain a bad mood. If you hear good lyrics, good content, good talk, then we will also speak good, because it goes through the mind, it gets processed through the mind. And sometimes we also speak good words. You see, children's, they hear some bad words from here and there, some friends, and when they come home, when there is some situation, they speak same bad words, because they heard. If they hear good words, they speak good words. Similarly, about nose, about eyes, about food, it carries forward to the mind. Whatever we interact with the senses, it carries forward to the mind. That's why it is very much important where we are engaging our senses. What kind of topics we are hearing, what kind of forms we are seeing, what kind of taste we are tasting, food we are tasting, what kind of smell we are taking, what kind of touch we are having. Very much important. That decides our mental status. That decides our consciousness. Yes. So here, matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkhada. Arjuna, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, O Kaunteya, all this sukha and dukkha, all this I like it, I don't like it. It is just because of sensual perception. Very practical things I am telling, here carefully. You post some post in the social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. So when people watch it, some people like it, some people don't like it. Some people just neutral, they are neutral. Why? Because that is their conditioning. It is not that the post is nice, post is not nice. No. It is because their conditioning, they like it or don't like it. That's it. It is very as simple as that. See, we have sent this class link in the group. We are doing this in YouTube also. So people, it is not because what I am presenting. It is not because what I am speaking. It is not because how I am presenting. No. It is because what is their conditioning is. What is their like, what is their sensual platform, what is their interest, what is their faith, what is their understanding about it. That decides whether they like it or not like it. You should understand this very carefully. When you prepare some food in the house, some people likes it, some people doesn't like it. It doesn't mean that whether you prepared good or not. No, doesn't depend on that. It depends on whether it is based on their conditioning, they like it, don't like it. That's the fact. So everything depends on individual faith, individual awareness, individual understanding, individual conditioning. So world gone through a COVID time recently. For some people it is a business, some people it is a loss, some people it is a profit. So everything, it depends on individual understanding, individual awareness, individual conditioning. So the next level of discussion we will have tomorrow. So that's why we should come above. Prabhupada gives very wonderful 2 examples he quotes. He says, we should rise above the sensual platform. Otherwise, we'll be stuck up in this same sense objects, world of fame, world of forms and names. So Prabhupada is writing that we should rise above this sensual platform, mental platform. We should rise above this Shita and Ushna, bodily platform. We should rise above this Sukha and Dukkha. That's where, even in the Magha Masa, even in the February, January months, right now, it's a chilling cold. In Mumbai, winter got, cold, it got increased. Still, early morning, we wake up and take bath. We take bath. We are not bothered about this sensual platform, mental platform. Oh, it is cold, it is dukkha, it is sukha. We are not bothered. We should follow religious principles. We must wake up in the morning time, take bath. We should rise above this sensual perception. And second thing, Prabhupada gives example that a woman, even in the summer, they cook in the kitchen. Hot summer, they cook in the kitchen. So that is the religious principles. So we should rise above this sensual perception, understanding that all this Sita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha comes just because of some sense and senses objects interaction. That's it. We should be very careful what we are giving to our senses, what we are feeding our senses. That decides our mental status, that decides our consciousness. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we will discuss the next aspect of the discussion, the shloka, titikshava, tolerate. Hare Krishna. And Prabhupada, towards the end, he says one more line in the purport. We should rise above the knowledge platform. How? We will discuss tomorrow. Thank you all of you. We'll end here. Anybody has any questions, comments, we can take. One question, one comment, maybe 2 questions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare